Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, previewing a handful of games from Week 7 in college football. Right now we're going to discuss Penn State, Michigan, another interesting game. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, before we hear what you have to say about this one, give yet another plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. Tell everyone why they should go and sign up for your website right now.
Yeah, this is really a big weekend. College football game of the year. I've won 20, lost 5, and had one push in my 26 years in the business, going back to the score phone days with the college football game of the year. Quite frankly, some of the parameters that do apply this weekend in my college football game of the year have applied in previous game of the year winners. OffshoreInsiders.com.
All right, Joe. Michigan is a 1 or 1.5 point favorite, home favorite against Penn State, and Michigan lost to Rutgers, but they did manage to cover the closer of 3. But if you got 1.5, you got to win on that one. Michigan, kind of a team that's having some internal issues right now, and on the field they're looking a little bit vulnerable as well. So in general, they're a team that I'm looking to fade. Kind of. I did have Rutgers last week, and I think I did have most of it at -3, so I lost on that one. Some people did tell me that Michigan was a side there, and I considered their opinions. Ultimately decided to ignore it, but turns out they were half right. Penn State, though, off a bye, and Penn State's a decent team here. So the issue here is just if Michigan is really having some problems here, then maybe you want to go with Penn State off a bye, or is Michigan off of 3 straight losses, 2 straight home losses? Are they going to be a pissed off team here and get it together and get an easy win here? What do you think, Joe Duffy?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons that I said I have a very big weekend in store at OffshoreInsiders.com, I haven't finalized my plays. I have some metrics that say a quality team off of their first loss of the year, especially if they have a few wins under their belt like Penn State does, are generally a good fade, but I like to get those corroborated. I don't blindly bet it. And this is one case where I'm actually not going to bet my bubble burst, which it would apply to betting against Penn State for a couple reasons. Penn State, as you said, they're off of a bye, so they have had a little bit of time to lick their wounds. But yeah, they are just playing a wounded duck here. Not only Michigan, with all the problems with Brady Hoke, and then the whole concussion disaster where the seat is, he has the absolute hottest seat. He or Will Muschamp. That's the 2 hottest, certainly at any high-profile schools in the country. But worse than that, but more tangibly, they lost Derek Green, their leading rusher. He's out for the year. He carried 82 times for 422 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, if things were going well for Michigan, maybe you could say that, I've always said that sometimes teams short-term can rally around that adversity, but this is just salt in the wound. So even though it means going against my famed bubble burst theory, there's just so much going against Michigan. I'm going to have to go with Penn State. I'm surprised. I think the line is actually going to move a little bit more. I think Penn State should close at about 2.5 point favorite.
All right, but you're not worried that Michigan's still a program with some pride. They've now lost 3 straight games straight up. You don't think they're going to come back here and be like super focused and pissed off and not distracted at all?
Well, they haven't shown all that much pride this year. Now, like I said, it does worry me a little bit that I've said the teams rally around adversity, but this isn't just 1 or 2 things. It's both the intangible stuff, such as Brady Hoke, and then the whole concussion thing, and now tangibly they're minus such a good player that now it's, like I said, there's no such thing as a sure thing. Even my game of the year isn't a sure thing. I'm not saying that Penn State is, an absolute lock, but no, I think Penn State is definitely a very high percentage play. They're playing Michigan at the right time.
All right, Joe Duffy. Well, Penn State currently a plus 1.5 is a widely available number. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.